It's an amazing house. The woman wanted to lie down and rest, and the bed collapsed. Jack rings the bell outside the door, and it blew up. He had to slam the door, but the next moment the door collapsed. After a few days of hard work, he was able to fix the door. He tried it back and forth. This time, there should be no problem. But 3 seconds later, something happened. Jack was working on the stairs with a hammer, and the ceiling cracked. Jack hit it and a piece fell off. His wife, Lisa, almost cried. Lisa tried to hit Jack with a concrete block. Jack was distracted. He hit his hand with a hammer. That's got to hurt. Lisa had a head full of gray, so she decided to run a bath. But the next thing she knew, the tap was broken, and Lisa was shocked. She wanted to change into pajamas. Lisa was so upset that she threw her shoes away. Then she found a secret door. She opened it and an animal came out. She scurried around the room. Hearing the noise, Jack rushed to see what was happening. He climbed the stairs. Luckily, he jumped out at the last second. He managed to hang on to the floor of the first floor. Lisa almost fell when she ran out, but she stepped on Jack's hand. The next second, looking at Jack's posture, I don't think it hurt. At night, she had to put the mattress on the floor to sleep. But there was lightning and thunder. If nothing else, there will be an accident. It's pouring outside. Inside, it was pouring. After a long night, Lisa decided to make a roast chicken. She almost scared Jack when she lit the match. Luckily, there were no accidents. Just in case, he decided to keep an eye on the grill. But then it happened. Notice how this man just flicked a switch. The wiring on the wall exploded. There were sparks and lightning. The man was shocked. He just stuck his head out to take a look. The tiles on the wall exploded, almost disfigured his handsome face. One by one, the electrical appliances in the house broke down. But in the end, he managed to grab a kettle. But that wasn't the end of it. Doesn't he have a circuit breaker? Then the ovens were turned on one by one, and the roasted chicken flew out. Looks like the chicken had a mind of its own. Jack has survived his ordeal. Lisa, who was standing by, was shocked. Can we eat this roasted chicken? They decided to take a hot bath together, but the water has just been poured. Looking at the scene in front of him, Jack had a nervous breakdown. He even laughed like a donkey. That's how he laughed. He almost suffocated himself. The next day, he called a mechanic to fix the house. Soon after, a team of repairmen showed up. It looks like a big team. It looked like a professional team. Jack was so happy. Finally, there was hope. He handed over the house to them. He took Lisa to work. The construction team was very professional. They started working on it straight away. But it doesn't look like they're fixing the house. This isn't a demolition crew, is it? When Jack came back from work, he was shocked at what he saw. This house is in such bad shape. It's better not to fix it. The boss didn't like what he saw. Finally, he signed the contract. When he got home, he was ready to see how much money was left. The next moment he fell into the floor. But he didn't have a nervous breakdown. He must have been very strong inside. When Lisa came home from work, hearing Jack's cries for help, she rushed upstairs. But she didn't see Jack hanging in the air. But she finally found Jack in her room. This amused Lisa. An awkward, impolite laugh. Jack's mind was speechless. Lisa tried with all her might to pull Jack out, but in the end, at night, they had to tape the hole shut for the night. Jack was trying to get some wood for the fireplace, and then it happened again. This couple spent $200,000 on a poor quality villa. Tried to get some sleep and the bed collapsed. He rang the doorbell and it blew up. He tries to knock on the door. The door collapsed. The couple wanted to take a hot bath. They just poured the water down, and the floor went through. Jack was so angry, he almost died laughing. It was hard to find a renovation team, but it was a demolition crew. They made a mess of the house. At night, the couple had to use plastic sheets to block the holes. They were shivering in the cold. They wanted to put some wood in the fireplace, and then Jack was totally pissed off. He went under the covers. It wasn't long before they found another contractor. This time, they were a bit more reliable. He was very pleased with the new staircase. He was bouncing up and down them like a silly 3-year-old, carrying a bucket and tank to fetch water. Then a decorator stopped him. By coincidence, one of the workers took away the planks on the floor. On the other hand, Lisa unplugged the chainsaw to boil the water. The chainsaw went out of action on the spot. Jack, who was done talking, didn't pay attention. He stepped on the ground and fell. By coincidence, the chainsaw bounced off the ground. At that moment, Lisa plugged in the power switch again. And then Jack was sent flying headfirst into the concrete. The workers downstairs were dumbfounded. They thought they'd seen an alien. Jack was like a mummy. He didn't realize he was sitting in the chimney again. The hooks failed to hold him, but in the end he jumped onto the planks. But the chimney was too heavy. The frame collapsed. There were sparks and lightning all along the way. The The worker ran away in a panic. He sat down on the planks again. He fell into the trolley on the slide, scared the crowd into a frenzy. Finally, they jumped into the pool, staggered and stood up. He managed to take down a renovation team all by himself. Luckily, after all the difficulties and obstacles, the luxury villa was finally renovated. The two of them got married in the villa.